What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today. I'm bringing you a Black Ops Cold War gameplay commentary. This is 170 to 11 nuke choke because I believe one of the guys I was playing with ended up calling in a nuke while I was on my streak. But I'm bringing you guys this gameplay for a change instead of what I wanted to bring, which was going to be started in the new series I want to do here on the channel. But the reason I'm bringing you guys this is because that first match I got for that series was on Zoo, and I just uploaded a Zoo gameplay yesterday, or the day before that. So I don't want to have all that many, gameplays on Zoo on the channel and have, repeated maps. But this is a rare Nuketown footage. I tend to not really play Nuketown too much, especially this is a 12 versus 12 domination on the map Nuketown. And you guys know how hectic it is here. So I was playing in a party. I tend to play in a party because of it's just a lot more fun that way, since I find I just lose games like no other because of the team balancing algorithm in this game. I could cap 6 flags and drop 100 kills and still lose the game. That just seems to be how it goes usually. It's not even I'm doing bad or anything. It's just that my team just isn't holding the flags and stuff. So I don't know. I prefer to play in a party because it's just less frustrating. If you guys, want a tip there, definitely make some friends online. If you run into somebody, maybe you're kicking their ass, they're kicking your ass, whatever. Add them. Maybe talk to them, make some friends. It's a great way. That's actually what I do. Is I made a lot of friends these past 2 years on COD online. Just meeting people, and that's what we do. We all play together. We all know each other now pretty well. This was with Omni and some of his boys, so that's who I was rocking with. And then normally, you guys know, if you've been keeping tabs, you know that I usually tend to play with Narco and a couple of the other boys, Jor and Grim. So yeah, we'll be playing Vanguard beta this week coming up. Wanted to tell you guys that as well. I will have my thoughts and opinions on the game. Maybe I'll stream it, try to stream it, see how my internet goes. My internet's usually not very good for streaming, as you guys know. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, and I'll try to get my thoughts and opinions out by the end of the beta, so that way I had enough time under my belt of playing the beta so I can give you guys an honest opinion on it. Now, back to Cold War here. The series that I was going to be starting for you guys is a deep dive into my mind. It's going to be called Deep Dive, and if you guys have been around on YouTube for a very long time, I get inspiration from a YouTuber that actually helped me become good at Call of Duty way back in Black Ops 1, whenever I was really starting to get interested in improving at Call of Duty. And his name was XJaws. Now, if you know anything about old school COD, you'd probably know XJaws as one of the original YouTubers, especially whenever it came to one of the first YouTubers to reach 1 million subscribers for Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure he actually might have been the first one. But he blew up off Black Ops 1. So what I'm trying to do here is pretty much emulate his series from back in the day, where he pretty much plays a live commentary. He plays a full match live commentary, and he just talks about everything that's going through his mind in that situation that he's in. So I try to do that, and I think the live commentary went pretty well. As you guys I might have mentioned it in the video I uploaded last time, but I said I don't really want to focus too hard on nuclears or super crazy score lines all the time. This one's kind of an exception. I had this on my hard drive, found it, and was like, you know what, I'll use this for gameplay today. It's a pretty good one. But I want to try to upload scores that are a little bit more relatable for the general public here, the people that are watching the videos. I don't want to upload just 170 to 11 because then people start thinking, wow, this guy's a cheater, reverse booster, whatever, and that's not the case. I actually, don't reverse boost. It's just I tend to play in a party with other good players, or whenever I'm playing solo, I just play till I get a good match, and then if I decide to use that solo gameplay for YouTube, I use it. But this series will be done solo. I'm not gonna do the deep dive in a party because I feel that the majority of COD players that are really trying to focus on their gameplay and get better at the game tend to play solo, or there's just a lot of people that play solo because their friends maybe are living different schedules. You're working throughout the week like I am, and maybe your friends are working different times than you. Luckily, I don't really have that issue, but so yeah, that's pretty much going to be how it's going to work. I'm going to go in what's in my mind, and the score, if I get a good score, it'll be a good score. If it's not so great of a score, it's not so great of a score. It's just how it's going to go. It's going to be something for you guys to see, what goes through my mind, what kind of decision making I am doing, and it's supposed to help you guys improve at the game, and that is my goal with that series. And I feel that one of the problems, I think I went over this in my last video, maybe it was a commentary I had on hold that I just decided never upload, but I feel that a lot of these score lines that people upload nowadays are just so outlandish, that like the YouTube standards are just so outlandish for gameplay that it only even tries to reach 10% or less of the community. I feel like the only people that are really caring about the gameplay standards are other high tier players and pub stompers that want to watch pub stomping content. But correct me if I'm wrong, but the average viewer out there wants to know how to get better at the game, or they just want to, maybe learn some tips and tricks, or they just want to be entertained or whatnot, see something that maybe they can relate to, or watch some funny content. I feel like a lot of people just don't really care about seeing nukes all the time, or 100 to 2 gameplay or something like this, where I'm going 170 to 11. So, especially with everybody knowing that there is a form of skill-based matchmaking in the game, it's not relatable for a lot of people, right? Not a lot of people are able to relate to these higher scoring gameplays, so I feel that a lot of people are just like, well, this guy must be cheating, or because there are a lot of reverse boosters out there. Let's be honest, there are a lot of reverse boosters, and there's a lot of people that tend to try to put on that facade that they're the best player in the world or whatever, and they don't really have any bad games. And I mean, if you're reverse boosting, that's probably the case, is you don't really have any bad games unless you run into another reverse booster. But even then, I mean, it's far and few between, right? Whereas whenever I'm playing, there are games where I run into my maker or whatnot. There are some really tough matches I play, and I have tried to upload some in the past. They tend to do really well, especially one of the ones I uploaded last year, which was me playing at someone who dropped like 90 kills on me. I dropped like 100 kills on him. It was a really entertaining gameplay. There was a lot you could learn from it, and those kind of matches I really like. Maybe I don't really go over a 10 kill streak or whatever in some of those gameplays, but I feel like there's so much you can learn from that compared to something like this, where the enemy team is just really below the level of play that you are at, or maybe they're not in an organized party, and you're just popping off because, like I said, these matches are so few and far between for so many people in his community. So, yeah, the first episode, it is a zoo gameplay. It's a hardcore demolition on zoo. I've been really getting into hardcore this year. I absolutely love hardcore here on Black Ops Cold War. It is something that normally I would never play in Call of Duty. I can't name a single Call of Duty game that I actually genuinely played hardcore on, ever. And this year, I just don't know what it is. I've been vibing so much in hardcore this year. It was something that I started playing whenever the hardcore 12v12 mosh pit came out originally, and I was just playing solo in there, and I found it a lot of fun because I know this is going to sound really weird, but for me, I love kill streaks, and the attack helicopter in this game is very underwhelming in my opinion. The attack chopper tends to get like 1.4 kills per use on average for me, and it's because it usually just shoots at people and hovers around and gets a lot of hit markers. So I started playing hardcore because I wanted to run streaks I didn't have to control, such as like the strafe run, the harp, the attack chopper, whatever it may be. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw in the attack chopper and play some hardcore. Maybe it won't get me some hit markers. So I started playing hardcore, and the attack chopper started getting more kills, and as long as you're not in one of those cold-blooded lobbies. And yeah, that's why I honestly started playing hardcore. It's really stupid, I know, but it ended up working out in the long run. So I actually really genuinely enjoy hardcore in this game. So I'm going to do a lot of tips and tricks for hardcore as well, in those commentaries where I'm kind of talking about the pacing and stuff like that. This first one, not so much. It was just more my decision making, my thoughts based off of, what I saw, what was going through my mind, the enemies, and yeah, it overall, like I said, I think you guys will really like it. It went very smoothly. Usually I have some issues whenever it comes to forgetting to talk whenever I'm doing a live commentary, especially because I haven't done one so long, and usually I'm so focused on the gameplay that I'm not really talking about what's actually going on in my mind. But it went really well, and the scoreline I think was like 66-5, maybe 61-8. I don't know, something like that. It wasn't a crazy scoreline, but it's definitely something that you guys could emulate if you earn those streaks and take the tips and try to improve at your game. It's definitely something that's attainable for the average player, and I think that it's overall a pretty entertaining match, and you guys will be able to learn from that. And I feel that that's the kind of direction I want to go with my gameplays, is not so much for the people that have been around on Call of Duty for so long and they understand how to get nuclears and stuff like that, and I don't really feel like I want to appeal to that crowd. I really do want to appeal to the player that wants to learn, and I still will upload, like I said, nuclears and beast scores and all that kind of stuff like you're seeing in the background here, but again, I just don't really feel there is much to learn from this. So whenever it comes to a match like this, there's just not really much I could tell you about my decision making, because it's just one of those lobbies where you're just steamrolling the enemies. So hopefully you guys understand that. Whenever I have a gameplay like this one, I probably won't be going over tips and tricks, but those matches that you can actually learn something from, I definitely will be doing those tips and tricks. So hopefully you guys understand. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments section below what kind of videos you guys want to see. If you like that idea, what kind of weapons, maybe we can start you guys pick my class. We'll figure some stuff out here, but I can't do the gameplay breakdowns where you guys send those in, because I just won't be able to get them out in a timely manner with my work schedule. So I can't do those anymore. I can't do stuff that is potentially not going to be able to get out in a timely manner because of my work schedule. There might be times where I am not uploading for weeks on end. Might be times where I'm uploading daily. It's just how it is, so we'll see. Anyways, have a great day.